I came here and I ran down here, and the first thing I did was run down there in that cave till that bat ran right over my head, and then I decided I should leave.
What other caves have we been to that's...
Oh my God.
Remember Organ Springs in Washington County?
Oregon.
Oregon. They used to have it back in the old settling days.
Is that the one that feeds a big lake pond?
No, it's along the Blue River, and they had an old mail site. It used to be a mail, and the locals got the water, drinking water from it.
I kind of remember it now. Why?
The locals back in the 80s would drive up with the big water trucks and fill up all that nice pool.
Oh, now I know.
Nice pool.
Oh, yeah, we got stories on that cave, don't we?
Nice pool of spring water. You know, it's a nice big spring, and the locals would fill up the water.
It is a wetsuit cave, yes.
It's a wetsuit cave, and it was mapped a little bit by, like, maybe Richard Powell. You know, it was mapped a little bit.
Well, we did some in there, didn't we?
We mapped it. Mm-hmm. And every time in the cave, we had to really beg to get the owner to let us in, but we got the owner's confidence.
Yeah.
Every time we walked through that stream passage, there was a layer of organic crap, black, and we walked through it, and the water turns black, smelled like...
Well, I hate to tell you, Dave.
And people got the drinking water from it.
I hate to tell you, Dave, but that was me that caused that black.
No,
I'm just kidding. I don't remember that,
but you know, we
what I do remember was at the very end of what we thought was passages that we've seen everything. There was a tight crawlway that you went in and started exploring, and it was late in the day. I was getting tired. I thought you was never going to come out. You remember that?
I think what you're talking about, that water was coming from a low, wet, almost sump, and
it was water, yeah.
And it was for wetsuit time, 1-2 inches of airspace, passage, 10 foot wide.
I started in behind you, then I backed out and just waited on you, and it took forever for you to come out of that hole.
I went on my, at the time, the white techniques was you go feet first, so if you get underwater,
it's easy to get
push back to where there should be airspace.
Well, I'd have come in and grabbed you and yanked you out if I had to.
You was sitting in the dry.
All you had to do was help.
You can't yell help when you're underwater.
Well, you would try, I would hope.
So anyway, I kept on going. It was like hundreds of feet long with only an inch or two of airspace. My nose is pressed on the ceiling, water lapping in my eyes, and all of a sudden it popped up into a big passage with a waterfall. Waterfalls maybe.
I don't remember you telling me that. Okay.
But really big passage. So I immediately not gone any farther because I broke through.
That's why you wanted to go back so bad and survey it.
And I turned around and went back through. So yeah, it takes, I was gone for at least half hour, 15, 20 minutes to get through it and 15, 20 minutes to get back. And we never made it back. Trenching the gravel banks to lower the water.
Yep, I remember that.
We then went back next week, or a week or two later, and we had Ted Wilson and probably Holly and you and me, maybe Tina, I don't know. And we surveyed through that bathtub.
Well, that's the part I don't remember. It only takes 2 people to survey that.
Yeah.
Did I help you?
I think I went on through and you guys yelled the measurements to me. Because I couldn't really write in 1 inch of airspace or 2. At that time we lowered it in probably 4 or 5 inches.
You remember how to take your book through water. You taught me the best way to do that. You get a big rubber bands around your head.
You cut a tile up and make it into a rubber band.
And it's like a big rubber band, and you can just stick it right up between your ear and that rubber, and you go right through the water, and the paper is just fine.
more or less.
Well, you get
Your hands are wet, so when you
it
write
gets
on
you-
it, the paper gets wet.
well, it gets you home any way you can get a map out of it.
Yeah, you put them on your sink and let them dry for a day or two.
Yeah.
But we got, I think I went through the bathtub, probably put the notes in the Ziploc bag, and got through the bathtub. You guys yelled the numbers out to me.
Probably.
And you got through, and we started up the waterfall into one of the bigger passages we've seen in Indiana, New Virgin Passage.
Now, this I
and-
don't remember either.
I thought, boy, we're going to go for miles. And
What's
it
the
went
name
like
of this cave again?
Organ
That's right,
Springs.
Oregon Springs.
And in reality, we went 200-300 feet, engine breakdown.
Who was with you?
Ted, you, me,
Oh, I
and
just
maybe
don't. I just don't.
Ollie. Maybe
My
not.
memory's so bad I don't remember.
Ted was leading the way. He was lead tape.
Yeah.
Lead compass, lead tape.
Well, he climbed like a monkey,
Yeah. But yeah, you had to swim because the waterfall, at the base of the waterfall was like a plunge pool. Water was over your head deep. You had to swim 20 feet across or whatever.
Well, it's for certain over the years we've done a lot of wet caving.
Yes.